a matchup, and what a story here for many teams. I feel
that
like
gold card is
for
beautiful.
many fans, excuse me, who are familiar with Veloce. It's important to clarify
Jeez,
who is on this roster.
Yeah, very different to the freaky days of old.
Are those
right
their
now for
decals?
Veloce.
No.
This is the new version.
I think they don't have a
themselves,
decal.
coming from the Middle East.
Versus
Impressive
Senzo.
And SMW. Such a
Oh,
brilliant
there's
team, and
they're
Senzo, they
Middle
have
Eastern
just
team,
elevated themselves.
and they're from
Managers have
Australia.
lots of experience
Pioneers.
in this
Scrub.
Sure, I believe we saw Senzo playing
Super
at the
Lachi, I know, but then ahead as well is very good. I know.
Senzo is an absolute.
With an, he's going to be
Would be a little bit closer.
Senzo, yeah.
Over to looking better. Make sure that they're on there.
how well they are. The
Senzo, I know.
world's
That's the
in a
only
Middle Eastern team.
player I know.
Man, no doubt.
Are they brothers? They look the same.
Actual script.
Like the two last players. I think they're brothers.
And the audience, I know.
I'm
it's
just
gonna be a
guessing.
year. The majors are good. Running in the
Look
tournament.
kind of similar. Facial
Our
wise.
preferences, we don't stand chances. You can have your own opinion, but we know that we can beat anyone.
2-0 now up against BDS in match point.
Having an absolute party right now down there. Here goes
Yeah, we can be proud of this tournament.
I love
feel like
a team that can
Pioneers can beat anyone, they say, eh?
an arrogance to them. They
Let's
are
see
not
about that.
proud.
Middle Eastern team should
that's
be a
ready for
very, very
Banana
tough.
Head in here.
Further.
Oh,
than they did in
he's
London.
sitting so
but
back.
Yeah, we were gonna swap every now and after Banana
Love it.
Head. So yeah, maybe that'll happen over here.
I want to pose a question to all y'all.
They have a wireless
That
headset,
mean
or
BDS
yeah, they have a wireless. No,
At that time, I'm
Yes?
gonna say no. BDS didn't look good.
The way
I think they
beat
should have
them,
beat them.
The way they beat them, it wouldn't happen again. But I think coming up against them and taking a series wasn't a fluke. Making them look pretty average.
BDS
in that current state, but
Yeah.
to sweep
I
them
think
is
BDS
still an accomplishment.
played
of
against
itself.
Veloce, I'm guessing, and
Yeah,
I
no,
think
I was
Veloce
just
is
agreeing. I think you're,
BDS.
it's right about like, okay, yeah, they play BDS like right now. I
Wow.
don't know if they would beat them again, right? But like at the time, it's like, yeah.
Okay,
Who
they,
knows,
they have
honestly, about
wired
BDS right
headsets,
now.
not
We'll see.
wireless.
We don't get to talk about BDS for another
Very
week.
long cable.
Yeah, exactly.
For him to
We'll
sit
get
that
later.
back
We'll
from
get
the
there.
How they deal
cable.
with
Yeah,
Veloce,
he's
though, is the key question. As finally, we
It's
see,
cable.
the
Got mixed in the
There we
chair.
go. Get on here. There we go.
taking the stage. We'll get to see Scrub.
Oh, he was sitting in his
Two
chair
scrubs
for
that are
him.
Here in this wildcard stage.
And one already got a
Who's
win.
Scrub?
One already did
I don't know
he
who that
becomes
is.
the thing that he promised to kill. Like,
Everybody knows he's a scrub. This scrub that's on this stage right now.
Oh, they don't have a photo even. Jeez. 2, 3, 4, 9, 5. Yeah, fucking Veloce. Middle Eastern players. So many demos, so many shots. Even higher save rate. The goals, everything is higher
standing
here.
next
Let's
to, I mean,
see.
Banana Head, he player that they turned.
a
I
storm
think they're
in the
gonna
fan
have a
bogeys
very
hashtag.
hard time against Veloce.
Good achieves, and I'm
It's gonna be, well, it all depends on Pioneers.
I do think that this is an important thing to bring up. You mentioned it earlier, the schedule that they're on, time changes, jet lag is a very big factor, especially when flying in like this. So I think that, but I do think this is the event that we were talking about earlier. Teams
I wonder
are
how
teams are
long
continuing to adjust as they go on.
for these
I don't
players
think
here
Veloce win this
in
match. I do think
America.
Pioneers are able to take this one down.
There you
But
go,
In
Wade.
jet
that
lag.
is not
Is
a
it, what,
statement
2
about
days
who
they
Veloce
were
is as a
here
team
already?
in general. Watch
Really?
out for them as this competition goes on. How's the people at home feeling? How are you in chat thinking about this one?
50-50.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Close to almost 50.
They, honestly, nobody knows. Nobody
I'm
knows.
excited to get into it. The last match
Pioneers
of the
are more
day.
known.
Again, two regions here.
Seeing that they're
vying
already
for
50-50,
competition, vying to
the
be, one of
mystery
their teams
here,
going
I think it's
into tomorrow.
Veloce.
Veloce Esports.
For me, at least.
Card here at the game one.
I wonder. Let's see.
I mean, there's a lot looking at the table.
When did
for Pioneers,
Veloce
looking at a
fight against
two-time
BDS? I
spring
want to
regional
see
champions
that.
Playing some of their better Rocket League guys of late. But the biggest task
Sweet,
for them
sweet.
has been putting it all together and proof
That-
of concept for the squad on the big
That's
land.
this is such a faster game compared to the previous one.
Here, but you have the
Already see it.
experience, you have somebody like Senzo who can provide that experience, calm you down if the nerves get to you.
You're going to need that playing with a sub for now, as Veloce will have impressive subbing in for Twiz. And for a lot of players coming in, you know, they're expecting maybe that uncharacteristic gameplay to be a deficit, but actually impressive.
Veloce has a sub.
Before playing a majority of the games with this team, it certainly could help as we get off the opening kickoff. So far, not much fanfare here in game one, but a quick challenge through the corner could set up something nice for Veloce.
And they do have recent proper experience, like you're talking about with Impressive in Regional Event 3. They actually took down the Falcons in the upper bracket, which probably was
Looks
the
like,
toughest loss I think we've seen.
Off the
Falcons
bat,
entire split,
I
beating
can
them
already see that the
4-1.
touches on the ball
Very
are a lot higher
difficult
for
one, but still
Veloce. The question is,
on top,
so
Veloce,
far
that
nothing
proves
too
what they
targeted.
bring to
He's
the
trying for the
table, and that
double.
when it really matters,
Good read.
and they're up against a team with
And he's
high
already on the
potential, they can
backboard,
step up.
getting a
Get reps
high
against one of
clear
the best
and
teams
a
in the
hard
world, that's
clear.
certainly a way to do it, but early on,
But too bad,
we are
no
looking for a
control.
continuation As the
dunk.
offense pushes itself through the blue half, and
Again,
clear
backboard.
out the back wall, and SMW again
VELOCE are
will kill this play as
very,
quickly as it
very
starts. About 3:38
experienced,
still to
looks
go in
like it.
game one. It's a long series.
Oh,
A
good
gauntlet,
demo.
a best
Not
of 7, and
in.
we're approaching these long stretches. Turtle, what's a key to victory for VELOCE?
If you're talking about best of sevens, a lot of this unfortunately does come down to that mental game, and if you're drained a bit, you're jet lagged, that can really start to creep in and affect you in this long series. You know, you maybe
shot, he was faking for him, I think. I hope.
Trickle away. You
That
lose
was a good
energy,
opportunity,
You
I
lose
think.
that confidence, and the match slips away. So
VELOCE.
for me, you gotta stay confident there, Spaceman.
Double,
Yeah, the demo to
almost.
open things up. Man advantage there for the moment. Back to even strength for both teams. Again, burn another minute, and we've traded possessions back and forth. Not a quick jab, but a couple of slow blows. As this one goes towards the front of the box, quickly challenged and denied. But now the pressure mounts. KCP trying to mount the assault.
Where is he
One
going?
towards the front, circling back out, and we'll have that Island player rotate out for boost. So now you have resources in transition, but the counterattack begins. And VELOCE looking for an opportunity.
There's plenty of early challenges.
They're just
from
looking
VELOCE,
for an
which I'm
opportunity.
loving.
That's it.
Seems like they can
Basically.
get up and get aggressive within the first few seconds of that initial touch out of Pioneers. And that's the key
A lot of
here,
weird
getting in their
misses
face,
from
making
both
sure you're not
teams.
giving away space.
Quick chips into corner traffic,
Doesn't
but a
it?
breakaway
Well,
chance now. Impressive trying to take it through the back wall. Might have a center
maybe.
around.
Well,
Now,
yeah,
bumps
they
off
would have
that
saved it.
backboard.
The question is if
KCP
you get like
looking
a
very nice on their
banger
clears.
to the top
Boost
shelf.
management is
nice
certainly here
touch.
for the Pioneers. They'll try to cut it down towards the midfield. Banana Head will
Ah,
get it
scrub.
He'll take point for the moment, carrying it back
And
down.
a sir,
As
super
Rock will take it. Up
latchy.
for one, can't get the reset, denied quickly.
Look at that early
Nice.
challenge from Impressive.
Ooh.
That's what I'm talking about. Getting up, making sure you're denying any mechanical ability. And of course, the MVP, Banana Head, you want to get in front of him, and they're doing exactly that.
Been a couple of quick cut downs, but not a lot that's progressed upfield. We are reading through some of these transitions, but either way for both teams, looking for that opening jab. Minute 53 to play with here.
What's
Long
going on
clear off
here?
The back where we're helped to open up the offense a little bit
Going
more.
crazy.
Everybody getting a sigh of relief as of now. We slow things down. Still fighting for possession for both teams, but Impressive flies in for the 50 and will be successful for his efforts.
Now they're trying to
Challenges
control the ball
coming their
now.
way,
I
but
can
this
see
is
it.
good space for Pioneers. What's
They're going for the big
Super Lucky
booms
gonna do? Goes off the
before.
backboard,
They
looking
saw
for a
it
double tap,
didn't
doesn't
really
find the
work.
connection. They're back
Just
to the drawing
switching
board,
their-
winning challenges, still keeping possession.
Not a lot of shots for VELOCE on the other side for Pioneers.
Strategy
Similar to the
to
King Song
more
unit for
controlled
now.
touches.
You are looking for the ground game to begin to open up. A lot of pop highs toward the backboard. Both teams handling that pressure quite well. Minute
Sorry
20
for
to
the
go.
yawning. It's like
Banana
3
Head
a.m.
trying to
here,
extend this
but
play.
I
We'll find
usually
some
stay
time
awake
in
for
mind.
like
Cut
7
down
a.m.
quickly. And
I'm a
SMW
night
trying to
owl.
get it back to midfield.
Here's the thing, if Pioneers are going to be stuck
Oh,
in our
nah.
path,
Top
obviously,
shelf.
they've
You need a
managed
top
to
shelf.
get out
Not
of
a
it
lot
with
of
those clears,
shots.
and look at them controlling
Oh,
the
very
pace.
nice.
Super lucky.
What
That's
was
Now we see some
that?
extensions from Scrub, but he's able to cut it down right
Scrub
back into
passes
the lane.
back.
On the platter.
Very,
Oh,
very
taking
nice.
some space. It was
Very
good defense
nice.
from VELOCE, better offense from Pioneers, recognizing the gap in the back
Very
line, an
nice.
opportunity presents itself.
And the positioning wasn't horrible from
Back
Senzo on the
passes.
goal
When
line.
you're ready
He
for
got
back
saved,
passes,
but
that's
that
amazing.
shot, it was far too accurate into the top corner. There's no hope for VELOCE. They just
I
have
need
to go back
to-
and hope to get one
I need to
goal,
start
tie
back
things up.
passing more in Rocket
Seen a
League.
couple
I
of
need
teams
to
struggle with the accuracy as starting today.
I need
Granted,
to
it's
send.
only
I have the
been on
passing
2 weeks of action to go, but
ball.
you have to think.
I need to
with
start
every
using
goal
that a
that
little
goes
bit
by,
more when
pressure
I'm.
mounts a little
But
bit
that's
more on those
hard.
shoulders
It's
so
so
far.
hard
Just has
because
been a one-goal affair.
nah, you need
Taking
comms
back
for
going
that.
To the front of the box. Blue half now controlled by VELOCE, trying to escape upfield with possession, but quickly an interception and Pioneers denying the clean
Honestly,
touch.
I don't
Now
have
a
any
chance.
prediction, but if
Yeah,
I had
again,
to
it's
just
cut
choose
down.
right now, because it's a best 7,
it's
come
a
on,
nice
let's be
shot.
honest, there's no way I
Opportunity,
can
SMW missed it
really
right in front of the net,
call
put back
anything and
inside,
understand it
still
from
no
just
follow-up.
one goal.
A big chance wasted from VELOCE.
And a late
In the
escape from
overall
KCP,
run,
but they escaped. And with that, they hold on to the
I
one-goal lead.
think
Senzo burning a lot of boost
VELOCE is
flip
gonna
back to
win.
the midfield. He'll
Okay.
do so.
I think
And
it's
now
gonna
play to the
be-
corner.
Here we go.
And Jason Wing, you have members in front on the center, but again, it'll be a little bit too high off the backboard. Cut down and no extra follow-up from VELOCE. They have
Or
the boost to move
VELOCE
this ball,
and
they don't have
2
the
for
position in the
Pioneers.
moment.
You got the
Block
fake.
kick with a great fake. Is it going to roll in? Yeah,
Nice.
probably.
Okay, that's done for this game.
Where the Pioneers
Yeah. Okay, 1-0 for Pioneers.
Now,
For this series, to this
I'm calling
point,
it
they've been able to
4-2
use it
for
against a team
VELOCE.
like
That's my
Falcons.
prediction.
Now
Let's
it's
see what
about
happens.
Burning that down the field and being able to put everything on the table, not just the kitchen sink. We'll see how game 2
The only reason why I say that is I have a good feeling in the long term. We're gonna see it right now. We'll see. The long term, I think the speed and the accuracy
So you have a lot of responsibility that
of
gets
VELOCE.
shifted
Although
onto the
VELOCE didn't
shoulders
do a lot of
of
shots
Impressive
yet,
on the
they didn't have a
offensive
lot
side.
of
He's not
opportunities.
stepping up.
Pioneers are
Almost
so
like
quick.
nobody else prepared for.
Both of these teams are amazingly quick.
Full team effort.
Absolutely.
You can say that about any roster going into this weekend, let alone the wild card itself. It's going to have to be 3 at a time contributing.
Let's see.
It's the only way you're going to win a world championship. And man, what an underdog Cinderella.
I'm already thinking I'm wrong, because there's something wrong with my logic there alone. Something's not sitting right. Amazing. What a beautiful double.
Created a lot.
Banana head,
That
pass.
was, yes, Banana Head getting that initial touch into the midfield scrub.
Scrub.
Patiently waiting for
Boom.
the miss off the backboard.
Very nice.
Creates opportune moments.
Beautiful
And
play.
the Pioneers waste none of it. No
What a
expense.
double.
They'll
I need.
take off and
That's
they'll
the
lose it.
first
Just
thing I need to
fall
learn.
through.
Double
One goal lead
taps.
is 1-0 regardless. Banana Head
Second of all, I need to work on my wave dashes. I saw some wave dashes going up a wall, which is very interesting. Second of all, air dribbles. I need to work on air dribbles from this. Just watching these videos, these are what I learned up until now. Get these air dribbles done. You understand how to make them and control them like crazy. Like, small touches can go past like 3 players easily in an air dribble. Very hard, but possible. I've seen it. Yeah. One of the games before.
Could easily remember 2 or 3 times where that ball did.
I have a good feeling there's going to be a goal for VELOCE though here.
And I'd like to see more aggression. One player in particular needs to take
They have a sub as well. So I don't know if they had a sub against BDS. I think they did. I have a good feeling they did. They want practice, and I think this is literally the same event that BDS was playing against them.
Physicality again, showing its ugly head. Pioneers.
Wall,
using
yeah.
all that they have in the
No
toolbox, but that
goal,
long clear
yeah,
will
but
help
good
slow the
shot.
offense down. Playing it off the back walls. Anyone else
This was
around?
the rank that
No.
was in.
Here comes SMW potentially for a chance, but he misses the hit. And wait a minute, this might be an open net. Not enough boost.
Oh.
Shot as well. KCP 2-0 lead.
This is ridiculous. I've seen so many moments where Banana Head
Some A, some W miss. Good pass. These guys are passing like crazy.
Very tenacious, willing to keep staying on that
Passes from Pioneers is amazing. Really, really well job. I've never seen another team do that so much, like in this tourney so far, all the 4 games that I watched.
Down by 2 goals. If you're VELOCE, still looking to get involved in this.
Ooh.
What a redirect that would have been to open the door, potential floodgates for the start of game 2.
Yeah.
As time dwindles away, we're entering half mode here. I should say halftime. Brain works sometimes. 2 goals to go. Still have a bit of work to work out, but this scrub tried to take it individually. What have you seen from VELOCE as of starts that has not been the cleanest approach?
I mean, for me initially, I loved their clears in game 1, but then
I already locked my prediction, but I
haven't seen that same level of aggression.
well, let's see.
It seems like once Pioneers,
I'm a little bit of half-half on my prediction already, but it's locked, so I'm not going to change it 4-2 for VELOCE.
Everybody rotate to the net, and as a result, you have no midfield presence. You can't get any transitions.
This next game is really what seals it. Nah, he missed it in the last second. I saw that.
Close enough, good quality placement, but not enough power behind the shot to close the deal. There is another demo. Senzo, we'll see you in just 2 seconds off respawn. Here he comes off the rip. Enough boost to keep this play alive, maybe not enough to go off the backboard. And if you recognize that in your Pioneers, you're trying to get back out to midfield as quickly as
Scrub was
possible.
going for the bump on purpose, or above, and that's a goal.
Here's another one for Senzo. Now it's
Another one.
And
What do you mean another one?
not only does it stop the monotonous push the Pioneers had
Alright.
going, but it breaks
Some
up
W
that trend
Senzo.
where finally you get some respect back in midfield,
you
get a long goal, and all of a sudden Pioneers now have to rethink some of their challenges.
And that's the thing. You
No.
don't want to see
Pioneers, don't change,
Yes,
don't
a
change.
goal had been scored on,
I hope
used on
Pioneers don't
VELOCE.
change their
It's
play,
difficult to deal
because
with.
I think
You
they're doing
have a little
great.
bit of pressure in the midfield, but don't fall back. Don't fall into the same trap that you're forcing onto
Yeah.
VELOCE, where you turtle up, go into your own net, prioritize those rotations. No, keep the aggression if you're Pioneers.
Yeah.
Teams getting in a lull
True.
like VELOCE, there might be an acquiescence that we can't afford to take those shots from the midfield. Deny
God,
that
these
feeling.
casters are
Go for those extra
geniuses,
challenges.
swear to
You
God.
might find something sweet if you go
Only when you
for it.
really understand the game.
It's Banana Head. Shuts up the critics very quickly. It's 3-1. A lead continues.
Only when you understand the game to what level you can actually understand what the casters are actually talking about.
Comes on instantly after, and of course, this Banana Head
Strategies for long term,
Demo converts.
not just the
2-goal lead.
short term.
KCP trying to join a couple of teams today that have gone 4-0. Didn't think
Wow.
I'd see that in day 1 of wildcard, but here we are. It's only a 1-game lead, but
Nice
certainly
bench.
things could turn around as VELOCE are looking for their second goal.
Oh,
Awkward challenge by Banana Head, who gives it right back.
W.
Now for VELOCE.
It's the second time I see him miss the ball.
Jets itself towards the ceiling. Quick challenge, cut down. Scrub, keeping it on the ground. Around 1. Wins the foot race towards the back wall. If he gets through the corner with boost, this is an opportunity with money in the tank to make something happen.
Here we go. Final minute. This is where everything.
Oh my! Again,
Of course, the
3
Pioneers are gonna be forced to get
misses
these
from
saves,
SMW.
dealing
I
with
think that was open
VELOCE
as well, to
picking
be
up on
honest.
offense. Here comes Senzo. Might get a flip reset. Instead, it just handed right over.
I don't know if there was someone in
net,
net, but that could have potentially been a top shelf shot.
Ball still centered, but a great challenge and a clear. Defensively, KCP
I think
have been
SMW is
just
their
as good
sub,
as their
from what I
counterattacks.
can
And it has
understand,
saved
from
so
what I
much
can
on that
feel.
second rebound that VELOCE needed
been
to
missing a
continue that
lot.
play. They haven't had enough in the second touch department.
Ooh, yeah, almost faked
with
them.
time dwindling down, Turtle. What are your options here?
I don't know. I mean, right now you have all the boosts. The clears have to find
Beautiful
a teammate
cut.
downfield because
Yeah.
Pioneers, there's always one
Pioneers are
person
almost
right behind the ball
always
waiting,
passing.
cherry-picking. This could be it. The one shot.
Nice
and
shot.
It's finally accurate. Impressive hits it.
I mean, he clears in the lane, and that's a great bump off the back wall. Senzo follows the
I don't think
play,
there's going to be
takes
another
out
goal.
Scrub. Pick your poison on the net.
Very nice bump as well.
1,000 opportunities and impressive. It's just that. Gets himself the second goal. It's 3-2 with 12 seconds to play.
And it's nice, of course, to see VELOCE capitalizing on those opportunities where previously they might have fallen a bit short. Maybe another one here as SMW looking to move this one through. Doesn't get the flip reset. 3 seconds remaining. Here we go. You've got to keep this ball up. Otherwise, Pioneers going to go up 2-0 in the series. The demo comes out and the ball does.
Pioneer 2-0.
A resurgence and a great bump. They
need to.
Let's see the scoreboard. Yeah, SMW's not showing a lot of promise. Hopefully it'll warm up. Fortunately, it's the low chain in this game, and even in the previous one, unnoticed. Banana Head is wrecking it. I didn't see any specific player from Pioneers that's really peaking right now. All doing a wonderful job, to be honest. The fact that they're looking for each other so much, the assists, yeah, 2-1 assists. A little bit more than VELOCE. A lot more demos on Pioneer's side.
Eventually happened just a little bit too late for them.
7 place.
Gonna be a break? Not a break, sorry, yeah. Tactical pause. Yeah, looks like it. Oh no.
Spring Major, this is
started.
2, if not number 1.
I think they're saving their
team in the world. We just saw what they did during the Spring Major. This is a
break
team
for
in
the next
VELOCE. They can
round.
absolutely take what they're given against the best of them, but now again it comes down to putting it all in the field.
If my prediction is correct, VELOCE should be winning this next one, or else.
For the moment, traffic into the corner we go. A lot of players feeding for this ball, vying
Good
for a spot,
bomb,
but
but
as of
there's
now,
nobody
KCP
there
should
to
have
attack
possession.
at the same
A lot of
time.
people, even the debt, were talking about the Pioneers and that series against BDS.
That's clear.
Nice
shot.
Was it a fluke? Was it something that was calculated?
Very nice, very nice.
So
That
this
was very
totally
beautiful.
Calculated. What a shot.
And great read from the back corner. This is why
Sheesh.
timeouts are great. You get a chance to just
Oh, there was a
breathe.
timeout?
And a redirect from
Didn't even
Senzo
notice.
catches the defense off guard. It might be 2-0 KCP, but it's currently a lead for VELOCE.
Yeah, and this is going to be a big shift in mentality for VELOCE, getting comfortable on the field, scoring the first goal. Like you said, after the timeout, there's so many times we'll see a team take a timeout and then get absolutely smacked right back down into that poor mental state they were in because of the way they started out after the timeout and after the break.
Sorry for the yawns again.
Positive. Finally, points go your way. And
I'm not actually tired. I don't know why I'm yawning.
Musty there, but KCP couldn't convert really anything. However,
I guess I'm getting close to my
Looking for the
sleeping hour.
extension. We'll slow it through the corner.
Good
Now,
dunk, good
SMW potentially
speed.
looking for a bump, but backline is currently clear. Only one in the goal spot. It's super
Nobody's
locked.
there.
Can he get it back out to midfield? No. Quickly coming down. Where's the
nobody's
transition?
there again.
VELOCE, it won't be there.
Yeah.
As SMW goes for boost.
Yeah, and it was a bit surprising because that was such a good 50 win. Seemed like his teammates weren't ready for it and didn't expect it. Here comes Impressive down the field.
Absolutely.
To get
Very
a
nice.
shot.
Banana
Managed
Head's
to get
crazy.
One defensive stop.
Such a mechanical
Still
god.
Pioneers transitioning rather nicely. Still looking to get out there on half.
I'm looking at the boost consumption for KCP.
Nice
It's white.
flip,
Back up to
scrub.
the demo, and there it is.
Wow.
Easy, 2 games in a row.
What a
Timing has always
play.
been flawless with the,
Look at that.
defensive game, and then move out
Superlachi
forward
finds
with a
Senzo
demo
on the
with
line,
a
and
and then boom, you got
SMW,
yourself
what
a
was
game, and
SMW
then
doing?
Move out forward with a
Interesting. SMW was
demo.
thinking
catch him off
that
guard, and then boom, you've got yourself
he
a
was
free
probably
goal.
covering for the
Pioneers
before the
rinse and
flip
repeat.
reset. But he got flip reset, so we
As
couldn't
quickly as you
predict
get
for
a lead
that.
if you're VELOCE. It's now 1-1.
Yeah.
This is probably the biggest test they're going to have in this series. Off the timeout.
Nice pinch.
And
Wow,
have a chance to
Senzo.
potentially take the series
Right.
right back, but you're going to have to slow KCP.
Ah,
It's a tough task.
SMW.
And you usually say in a best of 7 that, you know, game 3,
Low.
feels almost as
Inch
a
mid,
must
Senzo
win
with the
for
save.
Veloce. Getting a reverse sweep in a best of 7, it's possible. We've seen it happen.
Another
but
great
it is
pass to the mid, but
exhausting. And of course, Veloce
to the side.
haven't had too much time to acclimate themselves.
Banana
to
head.
A lot of the
Top.
time zone and
Nice save again,
energy
SMW,
draining
good job.
things that can happen here on the field. And
Yeesh.
of course, it's been a
The
struggle in
speed
this
from
series.
these players.
Now,
is
granted, it's only day
impressive.
1, but these games are taxing, and the more you go through, the harder it will be to
Hey,
make
hey,
that
hey.
Cinderella run. If it does happen, even more credit to you. But
Who goes
as
for
of
that?
now,
That's a
still
very
fighting for
awkward.
possession.
Okay.
Off the back wall,
Oh,
just
no.
puts it right over, and
Such a
Veloce steals
mistake.
themselves a lead.
And there was a third
Something happened
element
here.
with Senzo taking the boot,
Yeah,
getting aggressive. And
Superlachi, SMW
Probably
hit it to the side.
making the
I'm thinking like something here that they could have done
Defense.
differently.
shake a little bit. Banana had to do a little bit more of a
Damn, that was so close. I think just double jumping. Banana Head should have double jumped instead of backflipped. I don't know if he panicked or something, but maybe he wanted to go for the nose hit. But I think he
couldn't get the
just
proper
double
spot,
jump.
and then a good follow-up.
That
from
would've been
Veloce to
a
take
save.
back the lead.
I don't think they expected that back wall bounce to be as direct as it was.
Right.
Depth perception is tough for everybody, but that close with such little boost.
Another
it's gonna
thing,
be even
when
more
a
ridiculous
shot
to
comes
read.
in so
A lot of
close to the
time
goal,
in game number 3 of our best
the
of 7.
only
Joining
option
us, welcome
really
to
is
the
to
final
hope.
match here on day 1 of the
There's
Wild Card
honestly
Rocket
not a lot of
Championship
things you
Series.
can
This
do.
is Worlds. If you didn't know,
Timing and the
we're in
speed
for a
of
great
shots
event,
is
and so far
so
it's been an
crazy,
amazing day
especially
1,
from
and it's a 2-0
so
lead
close.
series for Pioneers.
I think
Every
the
single
only
game,
method
every
to
single series
honestly
so
go for is
important
like
here.
double
Every
jump
championship.
and nose up. That's
Aggressive now, looking to build
like,
something in
you
the
know,
corner.
cover the
Maybe
most of the
extend
net.
that lead, but the Pioneers say no and move down the other side.
That's a good
Speed has been the
clear.
antithesis of Veloce
Oh
when they've
my
gotten upfield. They have struggled to maintain that
Really
right
got it.
to the offensive third. If they can turn that around, there's
Oh
certainly a
my
chance.
God.
Great cross to double commit and clear that ball away. Superlock trying to keep it up.
Double
Might have done
commit
just
that
enough.
that
Scrub
was
underneath,
needed,
Banana
really
Head in the
needed.
wing. He will
It's
get
very
the call
close.
running 2 for the moment. The point now falls out of the play. You have boost as well in
Yeah,
midfield.
shoot it
Plenty
above
of resources
Banana
and
Head.
opportunities
No?
for KCP to
Superlock
keep
is
this ball in
ready.
play.
And I will say, to your point, we have seen
Nice.
so much more mechanics out of Veloce in this game individually than the rest of the series. We saw that initial play, that initial shot, and first goal for Veloce was incredible. Then to come out, get some aggressive play.
Ooh, that's a
And then speaking of mechanics, here comes one of the best passes
I think that was going
I've
out.
seen all day.
Tough goal, but
My man just jumped
I
from the
think
back
that
of the
was
net to slow
going
that
out.
one.
Banana
Banana
Head,
Head puts it
crossbar.
You don't even see him coming.
Can't.
From the momentum of the ball, it should have been going in, so
What a way to tie up this
Oh,
one.
someone's-
And those are the small incremental changes,
someone's
those quick audibles between the numbers.
really
that
making
KCP
some noise
do
in the
so
crowd.
well. If you're Veloce, you have to be ready for those extra challenges.
And this is the best Veloce we've seen all series long, and Pioneers are matching them, Spaceman.
Oh, got a lot of boost here. Impressive
wait
and
that.
Senzo both working with around 200 to work. Now would be a chance to keep the ball on the ground, popping it high. The KCP have read this every single time. They've had the ticket, and the lottery's been all theirs. Quick 50 back in the direction.
Oh my
The
God, I
one
can't
shot
stop
that failed.
yawning.
Scrub trying to cut it down, but essentially gives it right back to SMW, who's going to play it off the ceiling.
Nice
Now looking for the
read.
extra touch. 1B there, Senzo.
Of
moving back for
Senzo,
boost.
he's gonna
Looking
get
for resource management
read
here for
again,
Veloce. They
and-
use that extra 50, and the first, second, and third touch
Another
has been there
down.
for KCP. It's only a matter of time before it falls for a goal.
And
Yeesh.
KCP continue to charge at the ball even with zero boost. Veloce, they take the midfield boost. It doesn't matter. Pioneers will keep pressing forward and get the read.
Who's
and it's so
KCP?
important to
Who are
waste more
they?
time and allow your defense to rotate all the way back and regain
Who are
that
they
boost that you
referring
lost.
to?
Oh, great pass, but it's quickly cut down
KCP.
into traffic. We go.
Pinch, nice.
Just
Coming back
congesting
though.
the lane. I love what I'm seeing from Veloce on the ground,
Who's
but can they
KCP?
convert
I don't
that
get
to
it.
an aerial game that certainly becomes more threatening?
I
It's
think that was a
Tyler
rule
Lodge,
1.
Veloce on the ground, but can they convert that to an aerial game that
It was,
certainly
but the
becomes
Heat
more
was
threatening? It's
falling
Tyler
and jumping
Lodge.
at the
Well,
same
it's going to
time,
take a bit
so
of time to develop.
broke.
Can't quite get it over, but Banana Head did his job, plays it down to the corner, quickly clear it out, and a booming one at that. Senzo trying to meet it right on target.
Wow.
That's saved.
Very close.
Definitely needed for Pioneers.
That ball was like
falling in. Banana Head
40% in.
Follow up on the transition, getting stopped out from Veloce. Good midfield presence, and we'll see one player maybe fly forward. I wanted to see.
Nice. Wow, Banana Head. Holy
Saw a cross with
moly.
the fake, and he tried to pull the safety
How did
out
they
of the goal
both
line, but
get
it
a
just
save?
didn't
Wait,
link.
what?
It was on. One player maybe fly.
How did they both get a save? Oh, it's one after the other. Let's
Definitely needed for Pioneers.
watch
as
it
was
again just a
falling in.
second.
Banana Head looking to get the follow up on the transition, getting stopped out from Veloce. Good
Here.
midfield presence.
Okay, that's the
We'll see one
first
player
shot.
maybe fly forward. I
Banana
wanted to
Head
see
with
one solo
Superlachi,
play.
and then
Here comes
Banana
that
Head.
shot
There
in
you
the
go.
top corner. It was on.
Sheesh.
Save from Banana Head.
We saw a cross on the fake, and he tried to pull the safety out of the goal line, but it just didn't land. I still like the idea from Veloce. Only question is now, Can they put it to good use? Senzo right upfield, and he's been getting over-aggressive. He was looking for a bump, but also just playing off that boost. A potential chance to cut into the lane and make something nice happen. 5 seconds to go.
It's gonna be like, I think it's gonna be like a 5-minute overtime.
And this one's towards the backboard.
5 minutes, 20 seconds. I'm calling it right now.
A lot of boost here.
This is gonna be a long overtime.
Come on. I don't think, have we gotten a buzzer beater yet? I don't think so.
No.
I wanted
This is the
something
first
special.
overtime, yeah.
You always think it's gonna happen.
Something special on our first cast. I wanted it.
Would have been
It's gonna be a long overtime. I have a good feeling about this.
A big game number 3 for Veloce. They'll take it. SMW.
Reset.
Flip. Just to get it towards the backboard. Now we go into ping pong as boom ball comes out, and you're just trying to raggle this in and get possession back.
Jeez, double command.
Impressive.
Okay.
Opted to go for the boost instead of the ball. Went to the backboard, then missed the shot. Thankfully, his teammate had him
Sheesh, what
covered,
a
but that
dunk.
was almost the end of OT.
Oh, impressive miss. He called him off.
Veloce have their opportunities here, but at the midfield, it has been all KCP. They're going to play this laterally
Go
now.
for a double. Wow.
It's another great
My God.
Scrub just careens it around to the opposite side.
Wonder why I took it to the side.
Trying to make the most out of it on the fake, keeps it on the ground. Still a
Awkward.
chance for KCP, but
Bring it back.
kind of hanging this one around
Almost
Gary's.
good. Almost.
Pioneers still trying to stay behind the ball, chasing as much as they can. Here comes
1 minute pass.
Banana Head
Kill.
looking to get something started as the boost from the corner
crazy.
out of Veloce was taken.
Wow,
and
what
this
a
ball
50.
just keeps going back into the midfield, shot after shot, blocked from Veloce. But how much boost do they have left before that one's
Yeah,
gonna slip
Veloces
by?
are really
Veloce
low,
trying
and they
to
already
catch the
pushed up
off-tempo
a little
on
bit.
KCP as they transition upfield. So once you get that initial challenge, there's someone immediately with boost to burn up and get the 50 win. Off the backboard you go. Veloce looking for the goal, but it just won't be there. KCP now struggling
been
to hold
higher
on to
for
boost,
that
but
50-50.
corral this ball as well. Another challenge. Right, well, Senzo up for the stop.
Eee, what a control. Superlachi, good job.
Does help KCP.
That was
that
hard
was definitely
stopping.
a terrifying moment for all
Yeah.
KCP fans watching from around
Who's
the world,
KCP?
taking
What
the
is
ball
KCP?
slowly in front of his own
I
net.
don't know.
But somehow, some way, it worked out, and here we go.
Armin
Veloce
Coach? No.
looking to get the follow-up. It
Easy
does drop
save.
down, and there was an opportunity
Try though.
mid.
This is
And
gonna get
thankfully
that,
saved
yeah.
the Pioneers if you're a fan of them.
Cleared. Ooh, that's a
Pressure
great
bounces for
pass.
Veloce. 2 up at a time, 1 falling back for boost. Here comes
One
Senzo,
more.
slowing it down to the ground, maybe looking for a bump. There's a demo on the opposite side. Scrub will fall out of the play, back off respawn, now back to full strength for both teams. We've killed 2 minutes in OT. And Scrub trying to kill this game where it stands. A potential boogeyman to the Nightmares right now as Veloce have yet to deal with his presence, but that clear might just help equal this out at midfield.
The only person I've seen be aggressive.
Well, they need to clear because they're low.
Yeah. Senzo looking for demos, looking for bumps.
Nice.
I think if Veloce are going
Boost
to get
steal
that
as well, I saw that.
OT winning goal, excuse me, it's going to come down to Senzo.
Nice,
wreaking
Lodi.
havoc on the offensive side, whether it's taking boost that could lead and trickle into an opportunity or just getting a demo in general, that might be their best shot. Meanwhile, for Pioneers,
Double
this
commit?
double
No,
definitely
he
not their
called
best
it
shot.
off.
That third man went for it, jumped, and is out of position.
I'm a little bit worried about the double commits right now for KCP. Veloce starting to recognize that more, flying back up to midfield, impressive with a bump.
KC and then Pioneers. I don't know what KC
An
means,
uppercut from Scrub,
but
play it down to Banana Head, who hopefully, for
Dunk.
KCP's sake, will get this down to midfield, but quickly cut. Impressive there. Great block.
Almost got too predictable for Veloce, but they're still hammering the net with a couple of shots. Impressive. He's rushing back to get into position as that third man does get the touch and bumped out of the way.
I'm waiting for that rule
Pioneers
one.
looking to create something
His
on
dunk,
offense. The pressure
not
is
too
building for
helpful.
both teams.
3 minutes
One of the
in.
games have played Rocket League in game number 3. And we are no closer to deciding a victor. But hold on, what a 50. Dangerously careens around the net. Quickly kicked out to no man's land, but Banana Head is ready to read it.
Oh my.
Tried to play it with very little boost, did a good job at it. Scrub killer. Scrub killer. Scrub. Wow. It's 3:30 to play.
Overtime's
been a
good.
fun
Scrub
day.
killer.
Overtime's
Scrub.
good to you, Spaceman, okay, we're losing our mind over here. We're waiting. Something has to break for either of these
50-50,
teams. When is it gonna
that's
happen?
lucky.
Is it going to be a 50-50? A demo, that's what I'm assuming comes out of Veloce, but on the other side of Pioneers, we've seen so many different looks on net. A lot of passes, a lot of solo plays, good mechanics.
Wow, save
from Pioneers.
the blue, good
Veloce
job.
denying a lot of those backboard touches that KCP had in the start in the series. And certainly paid dividends, but now, who keeps the ball on the ground first? One at a time, everybody gets their chance.
Oh, there it
4
is,
minutes
though.
in.
Playing it to the corner, it's not the greatest touch. It does help Veloce.
Told you
get
it's
back
going to
to
be a
midfield.
long one.
Oh my. Great read through traffic.
Wow.
SMW playing it high off
Yeah.
the backboard. Extra numbers here.
Very well played.
Veloce, no one around.
You could tell that Senzo, he wanted to get that over to Impressive, but Impressive just had his eyes on the boost. That's the second or third time where he's just opted to go for the boost. It hasn't caught him in the wrong position quite yet. Big transition.
Yeah.
A nice hit from Senzo off the backboard, but
Nice.
it is going
He
to be
should be
received from
appearing back
Pioneers.
here.
They're
Yeah.
slowing down slightly but of course it's going to build back up in this.
That's a good dunk.
These dangerous pop shots at midfield that should worry both teams.
Yep.
All it takes is one bad challenge, and all of a sudden it's a foot race towards the back wall. Both of them have had their opportunities.
4 minutes and 40. Almost coming close to my prediction point. Let's see.
Gets downfield, boost,
It's the third game as well. The VELOCE are fighting for everything. Doing wonderful. That means that Pioneers are like potentially better than BDS. Because that could be. I think BDS are a little bit outdated. They did a wonderful job, but people monitored and learned so much off of that. I think it's a little bit
I'm seeing better first touches out of VELOCE. I want to see more control from both teams. I've seen a lot of
question is why BDS didn't update their tactics. I don't know.
Taking it
And
down,
something
controlling it is the better option. And
they lost for against VELOCE. But here Pioneers are kicking their ass, kinda. It looks like it's balancing.
Is one chance to end things. But of course,
Really fighting for the prediction.
Both teams playing very reserved
of my
right
prediction.
now. Only one up at a time, maybe an extra challenge if you get the call from the wing, but everybody else falls back.
540. They overshot my prediction.
Cutting it down in the front of the box. Here comes an extra challenge.
Cut. Wow.
Hold on. Ball still alive. KCP
SMW. Here it comes.
Oh, come on. This is insane. That shot on target.
That is crazy.
The last man
I actually want to see that again.
For their time to make a stop. Cutting it down in the front of the box. Here comes an extra challenge.
Damn, man. That's
Takes
crazy.
the perfect time. He gets the save, but they're still stuck on defense space, man. Maybe a double tap could end things, and it does. 6 minutes into OT, and Banana Head puts this beauty in.
That's a grueling OT
What a
winner.
beautiful
And the
double
golden
tap.
goal goes to KCP. 3-2 with a ridiculous double tap from Banana Head, and more importantly,
Very nice.
Turtle. They slow the mental of VELOCE. All of a sudden, VELOCE thinks they're getting back into it. It's a 3-0 series lead.
And that was after they're going to win years. That
Granted, we basically shows you.
That's crazy.
It was good. It's big movement.
The W is leading the scoreboard with 704. Interesting. He had 4 saves, so overall, well, it didn't really fun. But Super Logic with the 777 score, which is beautiful to see. Banana Head's leading, of course, with 2 goals. Scrub is 1. 5 saves for Super Logic as well. That's crazy. How many shots overall? 14 for VELOCE and 15 for Pioneer. A lot of more touches, actually. Average speaking, over below. 70 is the middle here for VELOCE and the ball touches, but 70 as well for Pioneers.
To prioritize the midfield.
It's crazy. Teams are so the same. But here Pioneers, they're always getting the last foot on the finish line.
Because you're worried about making that first mistake. Because you're basically just trading blows back and forth. Who's going to make the first slip up? So far, it really wasn't even VELOCE. Just a better play from KCP, and eventually that aerial does come to fruition. They do find themselves the win. And with that, only one game stands between them and a sweep.
But of course, we have seen this before. A best-of-7 reverse sweep. I'm down.
My prediction's already wrong, and looks like Pioneers are gonna win it all.
We'll take a reverse sweep in a best-of-7. Heck, I just want a game 7, but we might not get it because Pioneers
are
playing
incredible.
lights out, still putting shots on from the midfield.
Now I wonder how much respect KCP will give VELOCE at the midfield line. Will we see more shots like that from Banana Head, just throwing something dangerous towards the net? Great from the elbow, follow up from Scrub.
Wow.
Top bar,
He's already up for that. Damn.
Possession potentially still here for KCP.
I want to see how he got up for that so
Something
quickly.
dangerous towards the net. Great from the elbow, follow up from Scrub. Off the top bar, follow up from Banana Head, slowing dangerous towards the net.
That's a very interesting jump. Look at that. I want to see that in slow. Like, I don't need slow motion, but just want to see Banana Head's movement here. He jumps, nose is up, boost.
The top bar.
You jump again? That's the question.
Banana Head, slowing it.
Almost.
Double tap, denied.
Beautiful play from
potentially
Banana
still
Head.
here for KCP. They're fighting for it.
Yeah, and look at how Pioneers will crash the net with everybody else, but this time wasn't as effective.
Very
and
nice
a double
clear.
commit. Okay, as I'm talking about them,
They
their
had
ability
to double
recover
commit.
after putting a shot on net, things start to shake and fall down a bit.
It's
Still
not
no goal for
shaking. No,
VELOCE.
I don't agree with you at all. That
It's
is
been all of
necessary
KCP.
sometimes.
For VELOCE, struggling to hold on possession, the aggression and push of pace from Kansas City.
Double committing is not a bad thing as long as it's yeah, exactly. As long as it's,
not enough speed
you know,
behind the ball though. And a threatening chance. SMW looking for the reset, keeps it on the ground.
I still want to see more offensive firepower out of VELOCE. We know they have it, but there's got to be more.
there's
creativity,
also
more
potential for a
mechanics.
pinch on a double
Speed out
commit.
there. to get through.
Not a
the Pioneers
bad
defense, 'cause
card
a
to
simple pass
use.
to the midfield or maybe
And
a shoulder
especially
play
it's
in the
not
air
even
is
controllable.
not
Like I
enough,
said,
not cutting it.
I said it before.
Pioneers trying to
If
play
there's
high for the backboard.
so little time
But
to
amazing
react,
individual challenges upfield.
can't say I
Veloce
should have.
looked
You don't want to
promising,
say I
just
should
not
have.
converting it into that final
That's for
push.
sure.
And finding an opening. Physicality needs to be there. Scrub hesitant on the challenge, leaving it up to his teammate. Will very cleanly.
Ooh,
Maybe
he
not.
missed
Get it back down to the
Veloce.
ground before challenged off the backboard.
Corner is
Great
very hard for
redirected
all of
pace
these
to get
pros.
that back
And
onto the
notice
midfield.
even
Nice
SSG
play
Arsenal
there
had a
out of
few
Send zone. I do
problems
believe
with
we did get an update from the B stream if you're
the
not watching that
corners.
as well.
Looks like that's the
3-0.
hardest place for pros
A
to
lot of
play
close
at, the
series
corners.
earlier on in the day, but for the
And I
most part, it
still
has been
have
a
honestly
lot
so
of
many
slaughters
problems with the
here from
corners
both
as well.
sides, and while I say
Doesn't-
slaughter
Not just
Pioneers,
us,
it
not
is
just
3-0.
our us
Veloce
plebs
keeping it
in
close every single
Diamond
individual
and
game.
Champion
That's maybe
and
the most
this is
frustrating
whatever
part here for
level
Veloce.
we
It's
are.
been close every single game, but
Doesn't
yet
represent what we're actually witnessing here.
Corners are
Exactly. You look
always
at the
your
series,
enemy.
You're down 3 games. You have to have a reverse sweep. Granted, it's only day 1 of Swiss, so it isn't the worst situation, but certainly not ideal. You want to start off the wild card. At least want to get a game on the board.
I don't know what the wild
2
card
minutes
is.
and
I
30
need to
some
read
change.
about it.
We burn another
Let's see.
half a minute, or half 2 minutes, I should say, in these games.
Does it explain
Where-
what overview?
Not much has happened.
Yeah.
We've been trading
Let's
possessions.
use the
Both teams
second
getting
RLCS
chances,
season
but
21
it's really
crossing
about
over
feeling out who's
22.
going to make that
This
first
introduces
right.
the most
This might be
major
ideal for
changes.
Veloce. Frequently, we've seen
What
teams
is a
go
wild
into
card?
that match point in a best of 7 where they're down and they're about to get swept, and then that final game is just
I don't wanna
another
see the
blowout because
results.
You lose the energy, you lose the stamina.
What is wild
for
card?
Veloce. If they're going to get this reverse sweep, obviously you
It's wild
have to
card.
stay strong, and they certainly have in match point. However, still scoreless. They need to start putting something in if they want to even have a shot at taking down the Pioneers.
As the Pioneers roster, they get 9th through 12th at the London Major. They've had their fair chances. They know what it takes to make the run. And SMW plays it high off the left post.
The wild card and group
Bounces
stage
off
opening
the
will be
corner.
taking place at the Pavilion
And
and
now
the
the
Dead
ball's
Keys
alive for
Arena,
anyone
Simmons
grabbing,
Park
but
Plaza, Bank
We'll
Plaza.
see
Each
how
day
things play
will
out for the
steer
moment.
seating up for
Balls went all the way in.
Wait.
Banana head gives Pioneers a lead.
This is the
course,
creativity
banana
that is
head.
simply on another
Healing
level
shot.
in comparison to Veloce. When
And
are we
double
seeing these types of
tap
mechanics
off
come
the
out from
floor.
anybody on the opposition? We
Sheesh.
are Banana Head taking charge, doing it
I think I need to watch that
himself,
again.
Everyone's grabbing, but we see how things play out for the moment. Great
Ooh,
follow.
that is simply on another level in comparison to Veloce. When are we seeing these types of mechanics?
Wow.
from Anybody on the opposition?
He was already
We
upside
aren't
down
Banana
waiting for
Head
that. That was
taking
crazy.
charge, doing it himself, the
1,000 cat fans to
back
catch
up.
action as teams fight to survive and keep their hopes of a world championship victory alive. Doors will be open and the pre-show will begin at 10 a.m. Blah blah blah. Drinks, concessions, and snacks will be available for purchase at the beginning. Sounds like fun. That's all I can say.
By Scrub just to jump up in front of the box, get above the defender, and clear that ball away.
This is the key example. A lot of people talk about the fundamentals of Rocket League and making sure that your core and your base of how you play
There
is
has
solid.
to
And
be
of course,
another
it is
goal for
solid
Veloce. There has to be.
At the World Championship,
1 minute
at this level,
17.
you are going to need to add more
What a
spike
pass.
into the pot, and of course,
Great.
it's going to be hard to
Got
do that when
around.
you're dealing with
What a
Pioneers.
pre-flip.
I think the interesting thing now, though, that demo does
Just
land.
Took him out
What
of
do
the
you do with
play.
this advantage? They can't even get past midfield.
Since
Granted,
it's not
it was a
ready
tough
for
finish
that.
regardless.
I saw that.
Waterfall's down, no one around.
Call the
KCP have done such a
boost.
terrific job of pushing the
Very
pace the
low.
whole time. We've seen about a
Not
minute gone
safe.
again after
No
that
need.
following goal.
Another.
Veloce haven't even gotten upfield.
Yeah, and whenever they do get
Yeesh.
upfield, they don't have not only the
Pioneers
boost,
are very
but the
crazy.
speed to match it. They're losing in the 50-50 department, not even getting a touch on the ball oftentimes. This one across
Oh.
the net. So almost an own goal, but it's still saved from the Pioneers. Even when disaster strikes, they find a way to keep it out.
The two fall back on the rotation, but no one
Wow.
else is around to potentially secure that
saved.
goal. You need a little bit more hesitancy.
Almost in W.
The patience
Oh,
has
this
to
is it,
kick up.
this is it.
No.
These challenges for
50-50.
KCP, brick wall. I mean, even when you're watching it happen one at a time, you're still expecting Pioneers to find a way to stall
Shot
that
on
ball
net.
out. There needs to be a little bit of panic for Veloce, pushing the pace. SMW trying to take the
10
challenge.
seconds? Oh my lord, that was
To go.
close.
You gotta keep this
I
up.
believe it was that fit. He was up
This
he
is
was
it. The final
first for that as well.
seconds. Veloce, one
That
goal,
is
keep this
so
ball alive.
crazy.
It does
Look at
bounce
this.
up. There's a
Oh
chance.
my.
We've got some possession, from Veloce, but quickly denied from Scrub. And then
Whoa.
almost gets the follow-up. It's a fake,
That's it.
And the ball does drop
It's over.
down. Pioneers take the series.
Sweeps all throughout the day, and another one here on the main stage. Game number
Wow.
I'd say means that
just put 1-0.
Let's watch the crowd.
Game number 4 in Coliseum.
Very
Veloce
small crowd.
just
Looks like
couldn't
200
figure it out.
for
300
me,
people.
that final game truly means that Pioneers earned it. With the way they played, getting in front of it, that was the best, I'd say, the last 2 minutes of Veloce. We saw the entire series. They were getting demos. There was much more creativity like we saw from Banana Head that was happening on the other side. And still, They were getting safe. They were getting in front of it, rotating back. That last man was finding a clean sweep.
It's fascinating. Veloce.
Very nice.
Saw
He's
more
carrying him.
I mean, right? Veloce have to feel like they had a potential
100%.
chance in this.
This is one of the worst
That's beer man again.
to lose for if you
Another
want
beer?
Veloce.
Really? You're gonna chug
In
it?
my opinion, when I was a
Come
player,
on,
I would
man.
rather
Enjoy the
get
beer. Why are you?
So your issues and the mistakes that you made are so much more clear.
Yeah.
You can see it right there in front of you.
Yeah.
In a series
I
like
can
this,
tell
you're
you
going
his
back
head
to
is
the
wet
drawing
now
board, you're
because
trying to
some
fix your play style. You're thinking, what were we
drops
missing? We were so
fell
close
on
every
his head,
time.
for
It
sure.
feels like it was a matter of seconds, and that's exactly what it was. And hopefully we get more nail-biting series like that, Spaceman, because there's not much more you can ask for, just maybe a couple of closer games.
Yeah, it feels like for a lot of these teams today, it has kind of been a tug of war for some of these starting matchups. Granted, it's a 2-week performance, and this is the wild card. These are teams just fighting to get to kind of the main event next week. So when you look at the totality, it's very take a little bit more
on the B stream. It's Team SMPR up against Team Secret. We're gonna go ahead and throw it over there to watch some more Rocket League action.
Oh, really? There's more?
50-50 the ball into the middle, and Exotic
SMPR
just
and
did
Team
enough.
Secret.
If he doesn't force that all
Hey,
the way
Johnny
back
boy.
into the goal like he did, then that 50-50 bounces into the corner. But the fact it was so close to the line means that it does just go into the goal. Exotic chasing Sad into an uncomfortable position. Once again, SMPR have tied it. I mean, they just keep coming
Jeez,
back.
SMPR free.
Even though Secret are trying everything here.
3-0 on
It's
Team
been a bad
Secret.
day for them, but
Makes sense
they're
though, I
talented
think.
enough to get goals on a bad
Tasset,
day,
Exotic,
clearly.
and Casio versus Unknown, because I don't see who's in the...
we've seen from Secret.
We got
Goal
Nash. What
notwithstanding,
is
because hey, nobody's stopping that one.
so quick.
Can Secret at least get themselves that crucial
NX
one
Knight,
game
I'm
win and
guessing
give themselves
Sad,
an easier draw for
and
tomorrow?
who's the third player?
SMPR just too
Team
consistent
Secret,
and
I
too
don't
strong.
see the name.
Zero boost for Sad. His opponent doesn't quite know that, however. Shostet trying to find a way out. Not going to happen just yet. Knight off the backboard. Brilliant from Casio. Guides it out, gets his body in the way, but we might still have one more shot at it.
Yeesh.
Casio's still downfield.
Mapped,
And Matt
right.
had enough wherewithal to make sure he was around.
Mapped Knight and
to put
Sad,
some
that's
pressure on
the
the shot, but this is not
players
over
of
just yet.
Team Secret.
Team Secret. Very happy to
Yeesh.
see the ball hit the floor.
This-
We go to overtime.
Secret
I'm
can
wondering.
really help themselves out here by just getting one game. The series win seems oh so far away.
So
But
there was
one
another
game
B stream
is
going
just
on
one
at the
goal away.
same
If they
time.
can get that, they give themselves a better
The other
win-loss
with the
than
other
5
groups.
other teams who have lost in day one.
And they're also on
in
some
a
kind of
sweeping
stage. I think they're on the main
They can put
stage.
themselves
No.
into the top half here.
Are
Matt
they?
had a chance, but he's too close, couldn't react.
This is such a small place for Team
Still
World.
Secret
I
with
guess
pressure, miss comes through,
this
but
is the
again,
first...
Secret can't capitalize.
Okay, so they have a small
Looks like
place.
backward contact
That's for
made.
this
We're going
place.
to have people scrambling
These
to get back, maybe
second
not
groups.
in time.
There's the...
Casio. Right, Shostet, I should say.
This is like
Can't
the
get on
smallest,
ball.
and then the medium one was what we saw right now,
Unfortunately for him,
which
out
with the seats in front of the
Casio,
people.
daring towards
Oh, no, SMPR.
for SMPR.
Wow, that's such a shame.
What a goal by Casio to finish things off. That last touch
Wow.
absolutely necessary to beat Knight to the punch and to get the ball on target. They have all
Sweep.
shown up. Huge.
There's no crowd
series
there.
for
It's a
SMPR.
small
They
booth.
were consistent. They came back from behind in 2 games
They
there,
always
even when
use.
Secret started to rally after the timeout, and they
This is Group
sweep
B.
their opponent.
And I'm
That is a
guessing
huge surprise. I mean,
they just cut him off.